That was fantastic. All week's been good.
All week's been good.
Yeah, I've had issues with my eyes a little bit today, probably because I spent too much time on my phone in the morning. And this afternoon I was just like, oh man, I can't focus on anything. But Monday was good. Nobody brought up the game.
Like it didn't even happen.
Because if it would have stayed the other way around, I'd probably be getting text messages right now from people.
Man.
Nobody mentioned anything, even though I wore my Bears hat, my Bears sweatshirt in meetings, sitting there and like, oh, it's a bear, see it? Yep.
It was a good game. And what's crazy is I was, like I said, I was telling you, I was chatting with one of my friends who's a Bears fan, and he thought it was over. And I never felt that game was out.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, they got a whole half
so
to get 21 points. And that's, especially when he missed that field goal in the half, I said, that would have made it a little tougher. He missed it.
When it was 21-3 at half, I was like, I've seen this movie before. I know what this is. Because it's the Packers. See, you don't have the generational trauma of being a Bears fan, right? So when it's 21-3, you're just like, oh God. And then they got like a field goal in the third. I'm like, oh, that's not a touchdown. We need touchdowns.
Yep.
And then when Matthew Golden galloped in from like 30 out for that touchdown, his first touchdown of the season, mind you, too. Their first round wide receiver draft pick. They got their first touchdown.
They made a Kadarius Toney stat. I was like, I didn't need to see that.
Yes, they brought that up.
I didn't need to see
Matthew
that.
Golden,
Thanks for that one.
The first round to not have a touchdown since Kadarius Toney for the Giants.
I was like,
oh, catching strays, Giants fans. But then when he galloped in, I'm like, oh God. And I was on a chat with friend of the show Keith and another friend of ours. I'm like, I hate to say it, but I hate to say game, but shit. And Keith's like, give me the thumbs up. And then like 10 minutes later, I get a notification on my phone that the Cubs signed Alex Bregman to a 5-year, $100 million contract.
You didn't want to hear that.
I'm like, they're doing this in like the second half of they know what's going on right now. And after that point, the Bears went ballistic, and they scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. So a lot of people were like giving credit to the Cubs GM for signing Alex. It cracked me up. And then like after that, like I'm never going to say the game's over till it's double zeros. But at that point, it was really hard to see. Like, I don't see how it happens. The Packers are moving the ball. And the Bears in the first half felt like
fourth quarter they weren't though.
They were doing everything in the first half to lose the game.
Yes.
Going forward on 4th and 6 from their own 32. I'm like,
I understand it, but that was very, very risky.
I've watched that play several times. If that ball isn't tipped at the line, Luther Burden goes 70 yards for a touchdown. Like there was nobody on the left side of the field, and it was one of those crossers. And it's like, and he's fast as hell, man. You get that ball to him, and that makes a difference in the game right there. So, like the Packers scored, right? Like because what's his face had 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
But the Bears gave him 2 fields of less than 40 yards, like a couple times, and then there was that. There was one pick that Caleb had that Luther Burden ran the wrong route, and that was on a 4th down. And then there was another pick when they were down in the red zone. It's like, what was that? But when that fourth time, Caleb Williams had one of the most spectacular throws I've ever seen. And if you give
it was a good throw.
And when
it was a good throw.
And when you throw in the circumstances.
4th down.
4th and 8.
8.
If they don't get it, the game is essentially over. They need to score a touchdown there because there's only like 5 minutes left.
Somebody was like, that is one of the hardest throws I've ever seen anyone make, and he made it look effortless.
Yes.
Rolling to his left, the right-handed quarterback rolling to his left to throw it to his left while moving. A dart.
We also mentioned a few things here. Rome Odunze, he led Rome Odunze the entire. It's not like Odunze was just standing there. Odunze was like 15 yards out and running to the spot.
Yeah, he threw a nice float over the hands, because the guy was in position
over two dudes.
Yeah,
and in front of two dudes, right? So there's that. And now we also have to mention this too. He didn't have either of his feet on the ground because dude went for his ankles and he jumped and he threw it while in the air. Yeah, it's insane. It's an insane throw, and that's not the first throw he's made like that this year. He's really good rolling to his left and like lobbing it downfield. He hit Cole Kmet for that touchdown against Philadelphia. Same scenario, but just the circumstances to frame that throw, 4th and 8 must convert, because if you don't, you're still 2 scores down.
Yep.
And there's only 5. Then there's only 5 minutes left, right? Because they scored like 2 plays after that. So like that was just an insane throw, and we're several days since the game, so like the juices aren't revving as much as they were. Like if we were recording like Monday, it would have been I would have talked for like 45 minutes. Here's the thing that is super important about having a good play caller and a good offensive scheme. They lined up in this like trips left set several times in the game, and 2 of the times were to set up a bubble screen to DJ Moore or Luther Burden, right? So
that play.
3 dudes over there and the screen, right? And
everyone bit on screen.
Caleb didn't even like do a full pump fake. He just kind of turned his shoulders. The freaking safety bit on it. When the safety came in 6 yards, like what's a safety going to do on a screen? The safety bit.
You need that extra man.
Yeah.
The safety's usually the guy that's going to make the tackle, so he thought he was going to get there on time. But like you said, it wasn't even a real
pump.
Fake.
It was just
the
like
fake wasn't necessary.
He just kind of shoulder jerked a little bit, and like everybody on defense,
the safety assumed screen.
Yep.
He 100% assumed screen on that play, and oh man, yeah.
And DJ Moore, there he is, just wide open, nobody around him for 15 yards.
What's funny is why can't Caleb make that throw in the first, second, or third quarter? It feels like
Caleb can make that throw, but Caleb
has a completion percentage. He at some point in that game, it was under 50%.
Okay, and I'm gonna say, yep. Jordan Love's completion percentage, he was 24 for 48 in that game. Matthew Stafford was under 50% in the game against the Panthers. Like I'm not so worried about the completion percentage, because if you watch Caleb's game, many of his throws are downfield. He doesn't. They don't do a whole lot of dinking and dunking with the Bears offense.
Yeah, but sometimes when he misses, he misses badly.
Sure.
And that's what I'm saying. And guys will be just as open. But it seems like in the fourth quarter, he's not missing that pass.
It's almost like
that pass is not missing.
Quiet, and it just
it's like he needs that deficit to really tunnel in.
Yes. And this isn't me comparing myself to Caleb Williams, but it's a very like ADHD sort of thing, right? Where like you don't want to do anything until you really have to do something. Like I do that with work, I did that with school, I've done that with everything in my life. It's like, God, I got 3 weeks to do this. Call me in 2 weeks and 6 days, and I will do it. I'll do it at the end. Like
that's what I heard Trevor Noah say, explain kind of ADHD to people. He's like how they perceive time. Mm-hmm. There is not now and now.
Yeah.
Everything that's not now, I don't even worry about.
Yep.
It's until it becomes now is when I worry about it. And that's like, oh yeah, we got time. Don't worry about it. It's not now. And when now comes, like, oh, now I got to turn it on.
Yeah. So I've never gone to a doctor about it, but once I've heard people describe, I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's been my entire life. I wish, but so I'm not calling Caleb Williams ADHD. I'm not saying I'm Caleb Williams, but I understand the immediacy. Really, you work better with the immediacy. And like, but God bless America, man. What a weight. when Golden ran that ball in, All I did.
You had your notice typed up.
All I did for this game was I sat there and twisted a Rubik's cube. I wasn't trying to complete it. I was just spinning just like as a fidget toy to keep my. And I was getting really upset in the first half, and I just had to talk. I'm like, it's just a football game. It's just a football game.
I've been there. But it doesn't change anything. You still feel it.
Doesn't. Yeah, but it kept me from like vocal outbursts, right? Like, it's just a football game. There's more important things in life. The world is burning around us. This is just a football game. And then when the Bears scored the go-ahead touchdown when they got the 2-point conversion, I was just like, oh my God. And then they scored the touchdown. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, is this happening? This can't be happening. Is this really happening? And then Jordan Love had a couple nice throws to get him down the field, but because they missed their field goal kickers, they missed an extra point. Because the extra point, they had to get a touchdown to win. They couldn't tie. And I just like, is this going to happen? And then when it happened, I just sat there in disbelief. I was stunned. I could not believe. And Hadley came out. She's like, "Did they win?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how they won, but they won." Like, this stuff doesn't happen to Bears fans. It just doesn't happen to Bears fans. And I'm just like, oh my God, they did it. I don't know how, because I guarantee if it was the other way around, I would have heard fireworks and stuff. But because I live in Southeast Wisconsin.
Yes.
I have lived here for 8 years. I have unashamedly wore Bears gear when I go out. Mm-hmm. No one has ever said anything to me ever. The occasional, oh, nice hat, like from like it's like a secret club. It's almost like a Hail Hydra situation, right? Like nobody wants to say it out loud. Monday I just wore my Bears hat out. Didn't wear my Bears gear. It's like, I went to the gas station. Guy held the door open and I came in. And later on he goes, "Oh, I didn't see your hat. I wouldn't have held the fucking door for you." It's like, come on, guy. I'm 50 years old.
I agree. I agree with him 100%. And I know it was in jest, but since I 100%.
I get it was a joke, but there was a tone to it.
Because it's still raw to him. That wound is
I understand.
raw. So,
my wound isn't scabbed over, and that's 30 years of Packers doing it to the Bears, right? Like, the Bears, Caleb Williams has done to the Packers what Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and George Love up until this last year and a half had done to the Bears. Make impossible throws to get first downs, to keep the ball moving, to dagger touchdowns, game-ending bombs. Like, that is something that is
reverse.
It's the reverse the curse. Reversal.
Because they mentioned the double doink. Like, it didn't take 10 minutes into the broadcast for them to
the home of the double doink. Yeah, like, Al Michaels was excited to say double doink.
So you're talking about field goal mismanagement. That is exactly what happened with the Packers. Like, it was just, oh man. And like I said, I am not a Bears hater. I don't hate the Bears. I actually want y'all to do well. Mm-hmm. But y'all just seem to be playing teams actually like. Yeah. Like, next week, I've said I think the Rams are the so I'm like, I guess I can't pick the Bears again this week.
That was the thing. I was just like, I was hoping the Panthers were going to upset the Rams, because then the Panthers would come to Chicago, and I wanted the trade bowl. I wanted that game to happen. And then when that didn't happen, I was like, okay, the 49ers have to, if the 49ers have to win now, because then they could beat the Seahawks, right? Like, there's all sorts of juggling in my brain on how it needed to work for, because I wanted, if the Bears win this week,
you wanted a home game.
I wanted their home game, right? Like, I'm greedy that way. So 2 more points about this game. Cairo Santos, I owe an apology to.
About his leg earlier in the season.
He does not have the 60-yard leg that you need.
He hit 54. He hasn't missed. He hasn't missed when it's necessary. Now that I've said that, I've ruined it for this weekend. The guy knows how to kick at Soldier Field. In the wind.
In the wind. He knows how to play the wind and like, is it more important to be accurate or is it more important to have distance? And like the Bears have shown that they're even if they had what's Brandon Aubrey, they wouldn't settle for a 60-yard field goal. They would go for it on 4th and 3, right?
I don't know. I think when you have Brandon Aubrey, that kind of weapon, you use it. But true. I think knowing my kicker's leg lets me make decisions based on that. I would much rather prefer accuracy than a leg that I can't trust. That you have the leg to do it, but I can't trust you to hit it.
Exactly. So it's like we know where we need to get to 38 to be happy, right? So let's get to 38. If we're not to 38, we're going for it.
We're going for it. That's it. That's it. It's just that simple. The math works out perfect.
And so like what I like a kicker with the booming leg. Yes, if it was Brandon Aubrey or Cam Little, even though Cam Little missed one for the Jags this last week, the guy hits 68 yards. 60,
yes, yep.
Right? Like I'll take that, right? Like I'll take that. But those guys are unicorns in a world where you see a McManus miss 2 field goals, an extra point. You see guys missing 40-yarders. I'll take the guy that is super accurate between 40 and 48. And is pretty darn accurate between 50 and 54. I'll take that.
Listen, field goal kicker got the Giants' John Harbaugh, so that's all I care about.
You got that. You got your John Harbaugh. So that was my one more point about the Packers, and we could talk about all your glory.
We talked about the rest of the games.
Well, we've got to talk about John Harbaugh. So the local news here, the Milwaukee News, this week had a grief counselor on the news. I'm not kidding you.
They're just not used to this.
To talk to Packers fans on how to deal with a disappointing loss to the Bears.
Oh my God. They're not Jets fans. Jets fans that's just life.
When you have 30 years of history to go off, of outcomes you've lived with this, I imagine that for since the end of the season last year, the Bears have won 3 of their 4 meetings, and all of them have been on last second, or like last quarter. And they lost. The Bears lost the previous one due to a end zone interception, and they lost the previous one to that due to a blocked field goal. So since Caleb is here, lost on a blocked field goal, won on a last second field goal. Lost on a last-second interception in the end zone, won on an overtime bomb, won on a 25-point fourth quarter insane comeback in the playoffs. So he already has more wins against the Packers, 3, than like the previous 4 starters since Jay Cutler. It might even include Jay Cutler. Like it's kind of crazy. And I'm here for it. I'm loving it. Bear down. Yay.
Oh, man. The games this week were very entertaining.
It was a great weekend for football.
Very entertaining.
Minus the Patriots. Like, Patriots destroyed the Chargers without being, like, really good on offense. The Chargers, they just... Herbert, he got
those
sacked.
Are the two... Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Their offensive line is horrible. And you know me, I love to kick Herbert when he's down, but I can't. I can't. And I'm not even going to use this one as one of my stats of him not being able to win games when it counts, because he could. There wasn't much he could do. The Patriots have an amazing defense, and he has 0 offensive line. When your entire offensive line is graded, there's guys graded 34 out of 34. That means there's only 32 teams in the league. That means somebody lost their guard. 2 people lost their guard. The replacement came in. It is better than the starter.
Took enough snaps at that position. It was better than the guy that you have.
I'm like, that's not good. It's just not a good situation with them. And they have to play another tough defense that got Mike Tomlin fired, or not fired. He didn't get fired. He resigned. But still, that Texans defense.
Yes.
And they don't let you get 13 points.
No.
They don't let you get 13 points. And although what's name Stroud isn't looking the best, their wide receivers are getting injured. If you can't score 13, I can kind of win.
CJ Stroud coughed up the ball 3 times in the first half, and
now,
the Steelers did nothing.
They couldn't do anything because of the defense.
Yes.
And I saw something that told me, I don't know who the DC is of the Texans, but D'Amico Ryan might be a genius. I saw somebody break down what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
They were running they were overloading one side, the opposite side of Will Anderson, right? Which basically made the left tackle, the right tackle, the right guard, the center, all pulled to that side. And then you had the left guard who's now looking at like a linebacker. And all their play was designed to do was get one-on-one for Will Anderson. And he could be your best offensive lineman. But they just wanted one-on-one matchups with him, and Will won most of the one-on-one matches.
Because that dude's really, really good. Really, really good. Really good. Yeah, that defense is outstanding. Just outstanding. D'Amico Ryan, is defensive guy, and they just run a scheme that is confusing and they're fast and they're violent.
And they've got guys who can cover on the outside, right? So
they got playmakers.
Playmakers. Yeah.
They got a great scheme and they got playmakers. Like even I can't remember what his name is. Al Jazeer, just whatever. It's like a Pro Bowler this year. Only reason I remember this dude is because like 2 years ago I was listening to like a Texans game on the radio as we were driving back from an in-laws or something like that, and he got ejected, and it was like his 3rd ejection of the season because for being just a dick on the field, like helmet to helmet hits and stuff like that. And they're like, he's not long for the league if he keeps like, because it was like his 2nd year or something like that. Now he's a Pro Bowler, but just like, they're nasty. Their offense not good. Their defense outstanding.
That's why it's going to be tough. I think Patriots versus Texans.
Those are the 2 best defenses. So on the AFC, you have the Broncos. You had the
good
Patriots,
defense.
You have the Patriots, and you have the Texans. 3 of the probably 5 best defenses in the NFL.
Yep.
And only one of those can come out of the only one could potentially come out, but I think the Bills are going to do it, right? So like, so we get that Bears Bills. I like the Bills defense versus the Bears offense better than I like the Bears offense.
Then the rest of any of those other defenses are not good.
But like. Boy, if you get the Texans versus the Bears defense, that doesn't sound too bad.
13 points. They don't give them a lot of points.
Bears get 13 points in the 4th quarter and pull out a win.
Yeah, those were the games. The Bills.
The Bills beat the Jags on their last
possession.
Bills beat
the Jags. Yep, on last possession. That was a really good game. Patriots beat the Chargers unmercifully. Texans beat them unmercifully. Eagles, San Francisco, good game.
Yes. San Francisco scored on a end-around option.
Trick play, yep.
Trick play where Jawan Jennings threw a touchdown again, because I think he threw in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Or in the NFC Championship or something like
I think they said he's like 1,000 with 2 touchdowns. I think that's it. Those are his passing stats.
Two passes. He was like, I want to say he was a quarterback in high school, or he started out as a quarterback in college and then switched to the wide receiver position. That was great play. And Brock Purdy's just good. It's like, what are you gonna do, man? The guy's good.
Yeah.
And of course, Eagles fans are just the worst people on earth. And I don't know if you saw, they were throwing stuff at 49ers.
Snowballs?
Yeah.
Oh, well, where? I saw some fans.
In the parking lot at 49ers fans, as they walked up, they were throwing shit like out of their tailgate at people.
I saw the whole stadium throw snowballs at 2 49ers fans in the stands. Oh. The snowballs never stopped. just boom, boom, boom. They just threw snowballs at them until security came and escorted the San Francisco 49ers fans out. Yep. They couldn't even do it. There was so many snowballs being thrown. They couldn't just kick all those people out.
And if I'm that 49ers fan, I'm suing the Eagles.
Yes, they had to make it right. They had to put them in a booth, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. Because
give me a couple $1 million for my trauma. Yeah,
they just bombarded them for the video. It's 2 minutes, and to the point where security is standing behind them to stop the snowballs from hitting them. Mm-hmm. He's getting bombarded. They never stopped.
Eagles fans are the worst, and then they're all bitching and moaning because Trent Williams holding on that last touchdown play, and Trent Williams said, "You only get a speeding ticket if you get caught." That's what he said. So that's cool. I'm glad the Eagles are out. AJ Brown is a baby. He is what a baby, man. Is he going to get traded?
Trading would be the only thing that they could do. They can't cut him. He's owed too much money. It's like
even trading him is going to be detrimental to their cap space.
It depends. It depends on what you can get for a disgruntled AJ Brown. If you can get a second rounder, sure. If you think you can get a third rounder for him, just know that your offense changes drastically. Mm-hmm. I think. Who was it? Nick Sirianni? Oh, not Nick Sirianni.
Howie Roseman.
The Howard Roseman's like, it's not easy to get good wide receivers or something like that. He's being honest with you. He's like, if we get rid of him, who do we replace him with?
Yeah, he's a superstar player. It's hard to get superstars. And
my job as GM is to put the best team forward. It's your job, coach, to get your players to play, mm-hmm. right? So. Don't ask me. Ask Sirianni what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a tough situation. They fired their offensive coordinator.
They did. Yeah.
I've heard things that made me laugh, like Brian Daboll as OC, mainly because if they change offensive coordinators again, which they have, but it will be Jalen Hurts' 10th offensive coordinator in 10 or 11 years. Yep. Yeah. So it's going back to college. Yeah. Right. But if they get Daboll, that was his offensive coordinator at Alabama.
Oh, was it really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
That's the funny thing is Daboll was the offensive coordinator at Alabama when Hurts was the starting quarterback. Daboll was also on that team when their wide receiver was Devontae Smith. He also has a relationship with Saquon Barkley.
Right? Yeah, that's true.
So that somebody said, wouldn't it be funny if Daboll became offensive coordinator? And I like Daboll as offensive coordinator. I don't really want to see him in an Eagles uniform.
Yeah, probably not.
I think
I don't want to see him in an Eagles uniform either. He'd probably be wearing like a hoodie or something, I think.
Go
ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to say, all I'm saying is they lost their offensive coordinator and they're looking for an offensive coordinator.
Yep. Offensive coordinator out there, offensive coordinator out in Los Angeles for the Chargers as well. Mm-hmm. The Panthers almost snuck out a win versus the Rams, but they gave Matthew Stafford more than 6 seconds to
which you shouldn't do. Yeah.
There's a Puka Nacua problem in the NFL.
Okay. He can't be guarded? Is that the problem?
He's just that's what I'm really concerned with this weekend is the Puka Nacua problem.
That's a problem. Yeah. That's a problem.
Yeah.
And Devontae Adams was just not Devontae Adams. That his first game back, he wasn't ready. He might be ready for y'all.
Nah. Well, he's got a history of being ready for the Bears.
Huh?
He's got a history.
Oh, he's got a history. Yeah, he's huge, and around that red zone, he's almost unstoppable.
Well, the trick is to keep him out of the red zone,
which means you got to stop Puka.
Yeah,
because he catches everything, everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game, but the Panthers almost pulled that off. Panthers brought down, and the Rams scored with like a minute left or whatever.
All the talk about Bryce Young has been quieted.
Yeah. No, he's had a really great season.
It's been quieted.
Particularly the back half of this season, he's really good. Yeah.
So I like that.
I like Bryce Young. I've been holding out hope that he had a good back half of the season last year too.
Once they benched him and brought with Dalton, was it Dalton?
Yeah, Andy Dalton. Yeah,
and then once they brought him back from that benching, he's been right. It feels like you're not gonna be great every game, but he doesn't look as bad as he looked early on. He shouldn't. He was a rookie.
Yeah, exactly. He was a rookie with a bad head coach that first year and no offensive weapons. They had Adam Thielen. What's he going to do with that, right?
He still don't have the weapons that he needs.
Well,
Hubbard,
Ted McMillan or whatever his name is.
He's
probably offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah,
he is really good. Him and Emeka Egbuka had like very similar seasons, but Emeka Egbuka had his all in the first like 4 games of the season. Yeah. Where Ted McMillan, he's been really good. And they have a decent offensive line. They have a decent run game with Rico Dowdle. They look all right. You'd think they score more. Like they weren't.
They've been scoring a little bit more. They
weren't
20
a great
some
team. They 8-9 this last year, but maybe they're trending in the right direction. It'd be nice it'd be nice to see Bryce. That's why I wanted to see the Panthers and the Bears, because it was going to be the Bryce Young trade bowl, right? Because we'd see Bryce Young versus Caleb Williams, right? All-pro right tackle Darnell Wright and DJ Moore, and all that stuff that they got from that trade, which would be amazing. And then we got to talk about the Bills and the Jags, because the Jags dominated that game up until the fourth quarter, and then they gave what's his name, Josh Allen too much time.
Yards.
Yeah, that tush push. I'm like, they're gonna go for tush push for the yard. I was laughing out loud as I was watching. I'm like, he's going to score a touchdown. They gave him a touchdown initially.
Yes, yeah.
I'm like, they're going to tush push him 8 yards into the end zone. All right, that's cool. But Josh Allen, and then to watch Horseman throw a pick for his last throw of the game, it's like that's poetic, because it wasn't a good throw. He threw in double coverage and got tipped up and intercepted. And then we got to talk real quick about Aaron Rodgers. I know we talked about the Texans. Destroying the Steelers. But we talk about Aaron Rodgers and his absolute ineptitude versus this defense, and then ending, hopefully, his career, what looks like it should be his career, with a pick six. That's beautiful. His last throw as a Jet was an interception. And I know for a fact his last throw as a Packer was an interception, because it was against Detroit in that game where Detroit was out of the playoffs, but Green Bay was playing. If they won, they were in, and Detroit beat them, so they didn't make the playoffs that year. I know for a fact it was an interception to Joseph Kirby. I love that for him. Good for him.
Oh yeah, no, you got Mike Tomlin to resign.
Yes,
I don't like that for him.
No,
and it still felt like that happened. Like it was still kind of surprising.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe when that notification crossed my phone. My mind was blown. I actually had to go in the office, and I was the one guy I work with is an Eagles fan. The other guy I work with is a Packers fan. We were there. We were doing stuff for the Super Bowl, putting cards on lanyards. It was mind-numbing work, right? And that notification came across. I couldn't stop talking about it for like 45 minutes. I'm like, I can't believe they got rid of Mike Tomlin. Like, what is that team going to do with that lineup with a different head coach does not win 10 games.
They may not win 5.
That lineup, like they got
they've got offense, they got a defense. They have a defense.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but
and
I mean,
which means they're going to have to get a defensive head coach.
Yeah.
And then get he's got to pull in a really good offensive coordinator.
And they're going to need a quarterback too.
Oh, they always need a quarterback though. That's
but they're not in a position where they can draft one, so they're definitely getting some at free agency.
Still not.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there could be some options.
For quarterbacks? Hell yeah.
Yeah. Kyler Murray might be an option.
One option.
Tua might be an option. Yeah. Kirk Cousins is always possibly an option.
Yep. Yeah, there's a handful of them out there. Well, so and then there were lots of head coaches that got fired. Like I think the last time we talked, I think it'll be like 5. Minimum 5 is what I said, right? Like
it just kept happening.
We're at 9, right? The Titans, the Browns, the Raiders, the Cardinals, the Falcons, the Dolphins, the Ravens, because the Ravens fired John Harbaugh after
Yep.
we last talked, and the Steelers and the Giants hired John Harbaugh since we last talked. So the John Harbaugh was fired by the Ravens and hired by the Giants within the last week, which is insane.
Yes.
Did the
Yes.
Giants even interview other people? Like, how?
Oh no, they interviewed a ton.
Oh, did they satisfy all the different Rooney rules?
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff? Okay.
So they had Stefanski was one of the first people they interviewed.
Uh-huh.
Stefanski came in.
I remember that. Yeah.
Also, Antonio Pierce came in.
Okay.
McCarthy, I don't know if he interviewed or he was supposed to interview next week. I kind of think he interviewed.
Mm-hmm.
And someone else interviewed. I forget who. But yeah, we had another person. So they had about 4 interviews for head coach. But
Okay.
once he became on the market, I really think this Stefanski guy that got screwed. Got screwed. I really think I really don't know what the Giants head coach looks like if not for the last week of the NFL season. Like going into the last week, they said that Shane was doing the research. I don't know who their candidate was. I would have loved to see who their prime candidate was.
Yeah.
Before Stefanski got fired, and then once they got fired. Because we talked about it. The only person out there with Super Bowl experience was McCarthy, and I pray.
Yeah. I heard Matt Nagy's name tossed around a couple times too. I was excited for that because former Bear head coach.
I just would have liked to see what their list would have looked like if things had not kind of fallen into place for them. It went from I don't know. I didn't have anything. Then it was like, oh, Kevin Stefanski. I take Kevin Stefanski. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jim Harbaugh. 100%. Kevin, you're on the bench now.
Not just 100%. $100 million over 5 years.
Over Harbaugh. 5 years. So when they first was talking about the rumor, when John Harbaugh first got fired, they were talking about potential suitors and things like that. And somebody had said that John Harbaugh wants to go someplace where he can hire the general manager, which that kind of was like, oh, that throws us out unless, like we talked about earlier.
We talked about this last week.
If he wants to, you fire him. You do.
It's so wild. Before John Harbaugh was even fired, I asked you that question, like, what if somebody wants their own GM, much like Duval wanted last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I guess that is what happened. And that almost literally happened.
Yeah,
it still might happen. We don't know what
We don't know
what his role is with the organization. He might be just stuck down as like coffee runner, who knows?
What I thought was funny is which let me know the Giants wasn't playing, which let me know they might have kidnapped John Harbaugh. They said Steve Tisch, the co-owner of the Giants, flew his private plane down to Baltimore to meet with him. Like, so not we're going to send the plane for you. Steve sent his personal plane with him in it to meet you. I was like, yeah, they're not letting you leave.
That's what you got to do, though.
They're rolling out the red carpet for this man.
That's the way you do it, man. If you have a guy you have to get, then you just don't let him leave. You do everything you can do to get him.
I would, you have to think that he wanted the Giants and was kind of playing a little bit hardball to try to get the money he wanted. But the problem was he was going to get the money anywhere he wanted. If he didn't like the Giants, he wouldn't be there.
Yep.
He was supposed to have an interview with Atlanta. He's supposed to have an interview with Tennessee. If he preferred any of those other, they would have given him the exact same thing the Giants gave him. Yep. There wasn't a team out there that wasn't going to give him 5 years, $20 million if that's his contract he wanted.
So if you take it from that perspective, right, he was going to get whatever money he wanted, and probably whatever like power he wanted wherever he went, right? So then it just comes down to organization and roster. So that means he liked the idea of Dart, Neighbors, Brian Burns,
Scatterbull, Abdul Carter, like, Dexter Lawrence.
He liked the pieces that were in New York, the fact it's in New York. Probably the tradition of the Giants. I mean, they're a storied franchise. They've been around for 100 years or whatever. And then it probably just, can the organization sell me on the organization, right? I mean, I'm sure he knows all the people in the organization already. He's been in the league for
It's been
20
like
some
18
years,
years,
right?
20 plus years.
So it's not like he's like, oh, the
And
Giants.
before that,
Tell me
yeah,
about yourself, right? Like
he was the special teams coordinator of the Eagles. So he was in division as
yeah,
well before he was
yeah. So he knows everybody that's there, right? So that's interesting. Like to me, like the Titans are not an attractive destination at all. But Cam Ward, okay, young quarterback. They don't have anything else other than Cam Ward,
nothing.
and that organization seems like it's a bit of a train wreck.
Well, especially when they let Vrabel go, they've done a multitude of bad
Just
things.
weird things over the last 2-3 years, and then the Falcons, like, I feel like a disaster as well.
So everyone I was talking to, people were saying the Falcons is the most attractive destination, and I kept trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
Like I didn't understand the why. One, the people said they don't really have a GM, right? So that makes them a little bit of
for
attractive
him?
to
Yeah.
for an as an option, and they've got a good offense. I will not deny it. I think Drake London is good.
John Robinson, yeah.
I think Bijan Robinson is good. I'm not gonna believe Kyle Pitts Sr. just because he had 4 good games at the end of the season. I still not gonna trust that.
Well, he's not even on the roster. He
was free. It was
free
last year.
This year, yeah.
So, but they have a decent offense.
Yeah, they don't really have a quarterback. I don't think Penix is an answer of anything. So
third ACL tear.
Yeah.
Granted, he's probably got the rehab down to a science, but
he's closing in on 30 too.
Yeah, he only got 2 ACLs. He tore it 3 times.
Yeah.
Like he's
and he's like 27, 28, whatever he is. Like he came in the league old. He's like an old rookie, right? So
because of
ACL
extra years you get ACL tears. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can see. I thought the Giants job was the most attractive job. But before I was worried about Miami. Right. That was the other because one, it's Miami. It's Miami. They didn't have a GM. They that's why I didn't think they would fire Mike McDaniels. But they did. They did. I was like, the week before, I was like, why would you fire Mike McDaniels? It's too. Oh, we might have been talking to Skype. I was like, not Skype, but the chat. I was like, why would you get rid of him if it wasn't a guarantee that you were going to get someone else? So that was my worry, that they had already talking to Harbaugh, like, because it just seemed odd that after you said 2 weeks before that, I'm going to keep my head coach. And then you wait until after everyone fired their people.
Yep.
There was no more fire. Well, except for Mike Tomlin, but still, like as far as the last season, they were the last. So I assumed that they knew they had agreement with Harbaugh. So I was worried about them more than I was worried about anyone else. Because now they got to search for a head coach when they didn't have to. They didn't have to. So.
There was an interview with Darren Waller today where he said, did you see this?
No, I didn't see it.
He was having his exit interview with Mike McDaniel when the owner of the Dolphins kicked in the door to fire McDaniel. I doubt he kicked it in like it was a drug.
He probably knocked on the door. Like,
hey. He probably busted in like, I own this building. You need to get out, Waller. And then next thing you know, McDaniel's fired. I guess who knows.
Like I heard something, and like I said, it's the internet that. They'd went out for dinner or something, and they just said Mike McDaniel's demeanor was off. And it did kind of alluded to he my guess is drinking or some sort of drug.
Oh, so that's weird because relapsing happens, but he's been sober for X amount of years, and he attributed that to another head coach. I can't remember which one he said it was, but yeah.
Yeah, they were just saying that they were truly all in on him, and they had some meeting that night, and it was weird. And this is just what I heard from someone else. Not like I got any sources. So,
have you seen that Mike McDaniel before the Dolphins and after the Dolphins picture, where he's like, it's like his picture for the 49ers because he was the quarterback's coordinator, whatever. And he's got like the real hard pressed part to the right, like hair all slicked down. And he has a polo shirt on, and the picture next to him, he's got like the curly hair, the shades on, like the white shirt with the collar popped up.
I'm looking at it now. Oh my god. It does look funny. Well, one is, hey, I want the job. The other is, I got the job. Right? You know what I'm saying? You the way you walked in at the interview when you was trying to get the job is not the way you look once you get the job.
Yep. It's funny.
But this is weird. Yeah.
The transformation's real. Yep. I like Mike McDaniel. He'll probably get a job as an OC somewhere.
Yeah. Like I said, I got quote one of those fake things online, and it was like Mike McDaniels is the coach of the offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions. I was like, oh, that's not good for you guys.
That doesn't bother me. Lions whipped her ass without McDaniel.
What do you think for some of those teams we're not even really going to today, because I was like, there's 8 more teams that need a head coach now.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you see for some of these teams?
Well, Stefanski's going to go somewhere. I just don't know where. So, to me, the most attractive job that's open right now is the Ravens.
Oh, yes. More for sure.
And then after that, it's got to be the Steelers, just because of the organization.
They're going to do a deep dive, and I heard that they're looking at the Panthers defensive coordinator. I think he's one of the first people who set the interview for the job. So
yeah, so they'll get somebody, and they'll be there for 20 years. To me, the least would be the Cardinals. So I think the Cardinals will probably end up having to crazy overpay for somebody, or I don't know who they'll get. Like I don't even know who's out there. Mike McCarthy's going to end up somewhere. I can almost guarantee that. I just don't know which one.
I wouldn't even try Mike. Maybe if I'm Tennessee,
Tennessee, the Falcons.
He could be a Falcons pick. I would hope that the Falcons. Yeah, he could be 100%.
They don't. Well, Matt Ryan is their new president of football operations or whatever, and I don't know what kind of decisions he's making. They don't have a GM. They have him. They're going to hire a GM apparently, but who knows. Like to me, like the Cardinals is the worst spot, followed by the Browns, followed by the Raiders. Those are like, to me, the 3 worst spots.
You think the Cardinals is worse than?
I think the Cardinals is the worst possible spot to go.
Their organization apparently is absolutely trash.
The organization is trash, and they have 0 cap space. They're like 0 cap space, no quarterback, because Kyler's done there. Obviously,
he should be done, but they still got to pay him.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals are like the worst. Browns and Raiders, Dolphins are next after that, because the Dolphins, their cap space is terrible too. And what are they going to do for quarterback? Is Tua still going to be their quarterback? Who knows?
Once again, they got all these people got contracts around the same time. Like, so they still have time on their contract. So
yep. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know I feel like the Ravens and Steelers are the best landing spots, but to me, they're going to get their guy, and it's going to be somebody that isn't a name that we know right now. Or it'll be a surprise. Be like, whoa. I think Mike Tomlin's done coaching. I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
You think he's going to go to Bill Cowher, right? Please don't go to Bill Cowher, right?
He is.
Right.
I don't think he's going to, I don't think he has to coach anywhere, right?
No.
Like, doesn't have to prove
legacy
anything.
Set.
Yeah. So he's a Hall of Fame coach, and as soon as he's available to be a Hall of Famer, he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
He can make money. He can do a Sean Payton. He could go revive another franchise. Maybe not revive. Maybe a year from now, when the Jets obviously fire Aaron Glenn, he can go and turn that franchise around.
He's not a dumb man.
I don't think he'd work for Woody Johnson either.
No, he wouldn't touch Woody Johnson with a 10-foot pole. Like if he goes somewhere else, it's only somewhere where he knows that it's a favorable situation. Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, It'd have to be a kind of a storied franchise, kind of like a Green Bay.
No, so Matt LaFleur has 1 year left on his contract, and they haven't extended him yet. And there was a lot of clamoring to have him fired after Sunday's game, which would have been delightful. I wish they would have. I would have loved it because Matt LaFleur drives me nuts. Oh, I guess we got to talk about this too. We didn't talk about it at all. Is the WWF style approach that Ben Johnson has taken to the Green Bay Packers rivalry? Have you seen this stuff?
No.
Okay, so in his opening press conference, right? Like we talked about how you have to pander and you gotta say, "Gotta be Green Bay." He's like, I wanted to come to this division. I wanted to face out. I know what the Lions are about. The Vikings, and I gotta tell you, when I was in Detroit, I liked beating Matt LaFleur twice a season, right? And everybody's like, "What?" Matt LaFleur's like, "What did I do?" Right? So he's over there after the Packers beat the Bears in that opening game. LaFleur gave him kind of like the quick handshake, cold shoulder turn sort of thing. And then after the Bears beat him, Ben Johnson returned the favor, and then after the Bears beat him this game, he gave him there's this amazing still shot that's from over the shoulder of Matt LaFleur where Ben Johnson's got this big shit-eating grin. He's like shaking his hand, gave him the quick shake, and then ran off, right? So the Bears have made like a real living off of this. When they win, they do this. They keep showing the locker room celebration afterwards. Ben Johnson's little good, better, best speech and stuff like that. Well, that one starts, and it's put up by the team, and he's like, "Hell yeah!" He's like, "Fuck the Packers, I hate those guys." Right? That was in the clip. Like the team could have cut that out.
Of course, yeah.
The team put that out, and now like Green Bay's like, what a classless blah blah blah, and so it's
classless, but whatever. It's private.
They asked Ben Johnson about it. They're like, it's a rivalry. We hate those guys. They hate us. It's a rivalry. Like I like that. He's kind of got like a Jimmy Hart quality to him when it comes to Green Bay. Like he is Paul Heyman, right? He is like the WWE owner that's going in there. And I also like the fact too is it puts all the attention onto Ben Johnson.
Oh yeah,
it takes it off the team. He gets to feel all the questions like do you regret saying? I'm like, no, fuck those guys. Like that's what he says, right? And like, well, what about my kids? Like what are my kids here? Like, well, it gets bleeped out, so like whatever, right? It's like,
I can say it all the time. It's on the delay.
It's a rivalry. It's a football game, and I like Ben Johnson because he is equally as fired up as the players are and as the fans are after those wins. He is jacked up. They're jacked up, which is in stark contrast to Matt Eberflus, who, when you watch his post-victory speeches, there weren't many, where he's just like, it was a great job out there today, guys. We did the whats and the whys and the whos. And then also Matt Eberflus went on dates with Matt LaFleur. They went to Bulls games. They sat side by side, courtside, sharing popcorn and stuff. Like, what is going on?
Don't do that.
Exactly,
don't do that.
Right? So Ben Johnson, polar opposite. I'll go up to Green Bay and burn Lambeau Field to the ground right now. Like,
sure.
Yeah, exactly. Right? People love it, and the fact that the Packers are all Packer fans are all up in arms about it. It's like it's because you've had 30 years of dominance, right? The one time that it doesn't go your way for the last 4 games, then you're all like,
Listen, it's the same as a guy who gets in the end zone 50 times or 20 times a season telling the rookie, you got to act like you've been here before.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I thought you were going to say, it's like the guy that gets in the end zone and goes to the fans, I still fucking own you. I've owned you for 20 years. Right?
No,
that's what Aaron Rodgers did to the Bears in the game, into the camera, on mic, right? Like,
he did. They are acting holier than thou.
Oh, God. Yeah,
he definitely did that.
I still fucking own you. Yeah, great. Right? So yeah, I love that. Good for Ben Johnson. I love this guy. He is the psycho the Bears needed, and I'm gonna love it until I don't. And there'll be a time when it happens. I hope it's 25 years down the road where it's like Ben Johnson, time to hang him up, and maybe he just does it on his own accord after like 10 Super Bowls or whatever.
Do 10 Super Bowls. That's all I'm asking.
That's all I'm asking. Just one would be great. Yep. Yeah. So I don't know who the head coaches will be, but hopefully the Ravens get who they get. The Steelers get who they get, and I guarantee they'll be the right hires because those teams seem to make right decisions on that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly the Steelers. This is their third head coach since 1965 or whatever.
That streak has got to end, right? I don't want it to.
You would think
that streak it's got to end, right? But they've got to have someone last like 3 years, 4 years, but they wouldn't fire him.
It's the coaching equivalent of what the Packers have done at quarterback.
Yes.
Right now, Jordan Love is the Mike Tomlin of Green Bay quarterbacks.
As far as I know. As long as I've been watching it.
Yeah.
Brett Favre.
Yeah, it was Brett Favre. And then Aaron Rodgers, he had 30 years of literal Hall of Fame quarterback play. And literally 30 years. It was 3 decades. It was 15 of Favre and 15 of Rodgers. And now you got Jordan Love, who is a very
He looked good.
He did look
good. Like, I was looking at his feet. I was like, they're not even doing the Jordan Love thing.
No, where he's doing fadeaways? No.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he is good. I'll give him that. I wish he wasn't a Packer. If he was somewhere else, I'd be like, oh, I'd draft him in fantasy and stuff like that.
You can't draft him in fantasy?
No, heavens no.
You got to root for him. You'd have to root for him too much.
I mean, I'd draft him, put him on the bench maybe. Where he belongs. I'd draft Malik Willis over Jordan Love's.
They saying he might get paid.
He's going to. I hope he does. He could end up in Pittsburgh. We need to talk about this. What happened this last week?
Yeah, I tried to catch up, and I did.
Nope, you ended up being worse.
I think, right? What? Yeah.
It was a +3, but if we go back, my only mistake this week was taking the Chargers over the Patriots.
Yeah, and I knew that was weird when you did it.
Yep.
But yeah, I was
just doing different.
Yeah, the Jaguars pick is the one I really didn't like. That's the one. No, I like the pick. I mean when the game was playing, I was like, that's the one I should have won. Mm-hmm. That one right there, I should have won. Packers, Bears. Well, that one hurt. But like I said, after I never felt that the Bears was in there. I thought the Jags were going to beat the Bills while the game was going on until
they didn't.
Allen does what he does.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, you had the Jags, you had the Packers, and you had the Steelers. I had them all right except for the Patriots Chargers, which was kind of just like a whammy, like, I'm going to go with the Chargers because I've gone with them.
Yeah, and I was like, are you doing this just to be contrarian? I thought you was doing it just to get a different seed.
A little bit.
See,
it hurt me, though. I'm still I was +2 on the week, which puts me at +5 on the year. There's only 4 games this week, my friend, and I'm at a +5.
So you're saying you're statistically, I can't win?
It's tough. No, you're still in there.
I got the Super Bowl. I could tie. The Super Bowl should be worth 2 points.
The championship week. Yeah, the championship week, and then you got Super Bowl as well, right? I guess we could do Pro Bowl as well if you wanted to. Pro Bowl games. But I'm at +5 right now, which isn't good for you. Great for me.
Not good for me. Not good for me. All right. So here we go. You just put your picks down.
Okay.
And I'm just going to pick whoever's at the other team. So whatever 4 you pick, I'm picking the other. I have to catch up.
Yep.
Are you going to do a little reverse psychology?
Nope. I just put them all in. I've had my picks all week. I know what they are.
Okay.
We'll start with the Broncos are hosting the Bills. Broncos are 1.5-point favorites at home. I took the Bills.
Okay. All right. I guess I got the Broncos.
Yep. Next, on Saturday, we have the NFC leaders, Seahawks, are 7-point favorites at home versus the 49ers. I took the 49ers.
Ooh. Okay. So you took the underdog.
I did take the underdog.
Okay. So I get the Seahawks.
Because I don't want the 1 seed winning.
So you didn't do shit. Okay, good. Okay, you had reasons for that.
Yep. Next, we have the Patriots on this first Sunday game. Patriots 3-point favorites at home versus the Texans. I took that mighty Texans defense.
Okay. All right. So I'm guessing I'm getting the Patriots.
You're getting the Patriots.
You took a few underdogs so far.
Uh-huh.
All of them? No, the Bills are favored in that game,
No,
right?
they're not. They're 1.5 point favorites. And then finally, the Bear Down Chicago Bears are hosting the Rams. The Rams are 3.5 point favorites.
Yep.
I took the Bears.
So you took the dogs everywhere.
I took every dog.
So,
which
okay.
history does not favor an every dog weekend, but that's what I've got.
All right, I'm going chalk to get me back in the game. Wait, no, I still got opportunities. Yeah, I got.
You got this
run
week,
the goal.
And then the NFC Championship next week.
So I got 2 more games next week I could do.
Yep,
right?
and then the Super Bowl.
And then the Super Bowl.
But I'm at +5 right now. So even if you get all 4, you're still losing to me.
But then I could get 2 next week. Yes. This week, yes, I would be losing to you. Yes. But I still have a chance. I have not been mathematically eliminated yet.
Exactly.
There's not that -E next to my name.
You're still in it.
Not yet. So
you're still in it to win it. Now, since those games are there, what are the games that you what do you think about these games? The Broncos, the Bills, the Seahawks, 49ers, Patriots, Texans.
So
Bears, Rams.
The Bills Broncos game. It's the same way. I think the Broncos are a better team. This is what I said last week against the Jags. I think the Broncos is the better team, but I don't think Allen is going to let this opportunity slip by his hands. He's going to do whatever he has to do to win. So that makes them dangerous. So I didn't know who to pick when you picked it, you picked it for me, because I do think the Broncos are the better team, but the Allen thing is what gets me. So
yeah, I think Josh Allen wills them to victory.
He
willed them to victory last week.
He has no choice.
He's going to LeBron James, hoist him on his back, drag him to the Super Bowl kicking and screaming, and then lose to the Bears.
Okay.
That's what's happening. Seahawks, 49ers.
Seahawks. I don't know. They've played. This will be the 3rd time they've played each other, and they've been all tough games.
Last one, the Seahawks kind of dominated the 49ers. The 49ers had to win. If week 18, the winner of that game gets the #1 seed, and the 49ers laid an egg against the Seahawks. Seahawks defense is tough. Seahawks have the best defense of the NFC.
In the league, yeah. I don't know with this one. I kind of want the 49ers to get there. I kind of want the 49ers to get there. Fred Warner's might play. They said if they can get not this week. If they can go further. Yeah. So I kind of want to see him. So I don't know.
Sam Darnold said today that
Darnold, I was about to say
he's on the injury list this week. He tweaked his oblique throwing passes today. He said he's going to play. I'm assuming he will.
I just don't trust Sam Darnold in this situation.
I like Sam Darnold, but I don't trust him.
So that's the only thing. That's why I don't really want to pick the Seahawks. But then, like I said, defense is really good.
The defense is really
Jackson Smith and Jigba is really good.
JSN's very, very good. There was a point where JSN was going to be like, boy, he's the lock for the offensive player of the year. He's probably might get 2,000 yards receiving, and then Puka Nacua happened. So
yes. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I would have probably went with the Niners anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you got the Seahawks, Patriots and the Texans. The Patriots played Patriots played their first top 10 defense this last week, and they didn't do anything on offense. A lot of field goals. The Chargers just couldn't do anything. Can the Texans defense, who's better than the Chargers defense for sure, do anything to this Patriots team to slow them down? Drake May looked like, he was fine out there, but he wasn't great.
I'm going to go to Patriots. Although the Texans could hold you to 13, Stroud has not looked great. And the Patriots can hold them. If Stroud plays as bad as he played against the Steelers, the Patriots will
score points.
The Patriots will win. So that's what I think. And Patriots is who I'm probably picking in this game. And I hate that I'm picking them, because that would mean they were back in the AFC Championship after a 4 or 5 year hiatus.
Yeah. Was it even that long? Let's see. 2 years of Mac Jones. Yeah, 5 years. Right? Those sons of bitches. I like the Texans. I think I probably would have picked the Texans. Yeah, I did pick the Texans, but yeah, like that defense is. I think the defense probably scores a touchdown too this week. It's going to be a tough one. Yeah. And then of course the Bears and Rams. It's going to be the game of the century until next week when the Bears beat the 49ers in the game of the century, and then when the Bears beat the Bills in the game of the century for Super Bowl. It's going to be.
I want to vote for the Bears, but like I said, Rams have been
your like
Super Bowl really picks.
Good.
I
can't. I agree. The Rams are really good. Now, so here's like it don't mean anything, but Stafford. It's going to be cold as hell in Chicago this weekend and snowing. So they're like, it could be the coldest game in Soldier Field ever, right? Blah blah blah. It's going to be in that like 10-degree range with wind. Matt Stafford has played his entire career in Detroit and Los Angeles, which are domed facilities. Is 1-8 in games where in his career where it's below 30 degrees or something like that outdoors. I like the Bears figuring out how to get turnovers on Stafford. Stafford's one of those guys that like has games where he just coughs up the ball 6 times.
He does.
The Bears are a team where they can get the ball 6 times somehow. I just like that happening. I don't like Puka Nacua. So I'm hoping the cold slows him down. He's from Hawaii, right? So maybe that slows him down a little bit. Like, that'd be great. The Puka Nacua problem is a problem. And I've watched the Bears DBs get burnt by big, fast receivers, and he's a big, fast receiver. God bless America. That's the thing I didn't want to have happen was Puka Nacua. It is what it is, right? We'll see.
Yep.
Yeah, but I like the Bears in this situation. I got it. Like, and
of course,
until it's double zeros, like this could be a game where the Bears just eagle them, right? And they run for 240 yards, and they just don't give the ball to the Rams on offense at all, and the Bears win, 24-9 or whatever. And I'll take that too.
Okay.
I like it. I like it as an option.
Like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I like the Rams. I was supposed to say, but I'm taking the Bears. No, I want to root for the Bears, but I'm not right now.
And the Rams are 3.5-point favorites on the road in a cold ass Chicago. I just the Bears defense is problematic, and Puka Nacua is very good.
Yes.
And Stafford's still Stafford, right? But he's a guy that when he has a bad game, it's bad. And I hope this is one of those. It's bad.
I've seen that man win after throwing 5 interceptions in a game. He's also the only person I've ever seen do that.
Yep. Yeah, turn the ball over 6 times. But I also saw that team be up multiple touchdowns and blow it to Seattle in the last 2 minutes. And if there's a team you can blow it to in the last 2 minutes, it's the Bears.
That's true.
Bears have made a living off it this year, but I want the Bears to go out and just dominate for once. Or have a shootout and just win the shootout and not like the 49ers, right, where they lost the shootout. Go out there and score 45 and win 45-43. I'm fine with that too. I don't care. Just win.
Just win.
It could be 2-0. And I said this. We said this to you like 5-6 weeks ago. Bears don't have to be the best team in the NFL. They just got to be the best team in their game.
That's it.
Be the best team on the field in that game. I don't care if nobody ranks them as the best team in the NFL. Just be the best team in the game you're playing. That's all that matters. And I'll take that.
All right. I would say good luck, but I need to catch up.
Ain't happening.
Probably not.
Recording stopped.
That's a good place to stop.